The cracks and the crackdowns are expanding because hardworking people are fed up with the attacks on their rights, and they're fighting back. And they're finding real allies in some media-connected figures. One being courageous LA-based restaurateur and former Food Network figure Andrew Gruel, who says he's opening his restaurants despite lockdown orders. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRCTV. You know, in virtually every state where vampiric politicians avoid the Constitution like a cross or holy water, business owners, consumers, parents, and homeowners are rising up to resist the political edicts that have sucked away their liberty. And now, well-known Los Angeles area restaurateur and Food Network contributor Andrew Gruel is breaking the chains those Lilliputian leftists have tried to place on him, his employees, his suppliers, and his customers. In a powerful December 3rd Twitter post, Gruel told those who follow him and anyone else who would hear that he was done trying to accommodate the ad hoc, nonsensical demands of Gavin Newsom and local LA politicians.
I've got everybody blowing up my replies right now saying I'm a grandmother killer and that we don't take this pandemic seriously. So I'm just going to address it all right here so that I actually don't have to individually go back and forth and box with every single one of these fake accounts. So here's the situation. Do we take the pandemic seriously? Of course we do. Am I saying that we shouldn't close outdoor dining? Yes, I am.
And his post quickly made news across the country. First, he apologized for possibly looking scruffy, offering a potential dig at Democrat Senator Nancy Hairstyle Pelosi for noting that he hadn't had a haircut since March. Then he informed potential haters that he and his team take the pandemic seriously, and he logically laid out the situation and the reasoning behind his stance against this political madness.
At every single juncture along the way here, from the beginning shutdown to today, we've listened to all of the advice from our government officials, only to be shut down over and over and over again, and then not compensated for the elements that we put in place in our businesses in order to protect our customers.
Of course, that advice isn't advice. It's tax-funded tyranny, and Gruel is ready to fight the tyrants.
We shut down indoor dining, no problem. I got a warehouse full of plexiglass right now, okay? We went outdoors, all right? Now that's getting shut down. I just put thousands of dollars into outdoor heaters. There is zero scientific evidence that proves that outdoor dining is contributing to a rise in cases related to this, all right?
What we're seeing here is a man pushing back against American fascism, the in-name only ownership of a business that is told by government how to operate. And it's a fascism that appears to give large, politically cozy corporations a lot more leeway than most small, independent entrepreneurs like Gruel. And to that point, he notes,
I am only saying that we are going to continue dining outdoors because I can get on an airplane and I can fly and eat and do whatever I want. And don't tell me it's the HIPAA filters, okay? Because that's not the case. You don't turn those on until you get onto the plane. Before that, everybody's fornicating on top of each other. I can go into Walmart. Heck, I don't even have to wear pants. Nobody wears a mask at Walmart. I can go get a pink cockatoo for my Christmas tree, but I can't go and dine outdoors at a restaurant. I can go to Target. Amazon's making tons of money. All big business is getting rich. Okay, outdoor dining does not lead to any of that. Therefore, screw that. We're staying open outdoors. It's that simple. I'm not an asshole. The governor is.
And Gruel wasn't finished with his Declaration of Independence, as Paula Froelich reports for the New York Post. In a follow-up Twitter video on Friday titled "Another Update from the Mind of a Business Owner Being Shut Down," Gruel continued, this time slamming not just Newsom, but San Francisco Mayor London Breed, LA County Supervisor Sheila Kuehl, and other politicians for their shameless hypocrisy and virtue signaling. And that hypocrisy is indeed shameless and absolutely stunning. We find that LA County Supervisor Sheila Kuehl bans outdoor dining and then that exact night goes to a restaurant to eat outdoors, he continued. San Jose Mayor Sam Liccardo, who broke California's Thanksgiving Day rules, same situation. What's happening is we're being told to do one thing when the people telling us to do that aren't even following their own rules. There's no science backing up that eating outdoors is leading to a spike in coronavirus cases. Gruel takes a breath and then says, "You see the hypocrisy. Really think about this here. No one is following their own rules. How serious can those rules be if they're not following their own rules? And as Froelich notes, Gruhl closes by adroitly describing the hypocritical tyrant's behavior, saying simply,
virtue signaling.
Which rings true with many of us who've either experienced the hardships rained down upon independent business people, employees, and consumers, or who have an appreciation for something that these politicians evidently prefer to overlook. Human rights that are supposedly protected by the U.S. Constitution, and in this case, rights that are supposedly protected by the Constitution of California as well. I've mentioned this in previous conversations about COVID-19 lockdown mandates and want to stress this again. Not only do such lockdowns and mandates infringe on much of the Bill of Rights, and in this case, the right to peaceably assemble that is also protected in the California Constitution, these kinds of arbitrary government attacks on commerce are completely adversarial to the contract clause of the Constitution, which prohibits state politicians from interfering with the fulfillment of private contract. I state this because when compared to the clear prohibition against state governments breaking people's private contracts, these kinds of mandates and orders have about as much power to stand as blades of grass in a tornado. And now, people like Gruhl are flexing their own power as sovereign individuals, and they too have the force of the storm. It's the storm of freedom, and political hacks won't be able to stand against it much longer. So congratulations, Mr. Gruhl, and to everyone who works with you and who loves to go to your restaurants, big thumbs up. Really appreciate you standing up for principle, and I appreciate all you who are viewing who are doing the same. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Check that you're subscribed. I say that often because sometimes people get dropped off the list. Please share these with friends as often as you can. Visit us at MRCTV.org. That's MRCTV.org. Also, if you want some great items, go to MRC-store. And you can shop around there for yourself and friends for Christmas time. And remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and if you want to find me, I'm over at Gab as well. It's at Gardner Goldsmith on Gab, and on Twitter, I'm at Gard Goldsmith. For MRC TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.